victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Grant us, Ya Allah, the eyes to see your light and show us, Ya Allah, what is wrong and what is right as we walk along your path. Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Mustaqim. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Help us, Ya Allah, spread this blessed deen, and help us, Ya Allah, help the Muslimin, and help us, Ya Allah, overcome the mushrikeen. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Make us, Ya Allah, fighters for your deen, and make us, Ya Allah, forever mu'mineen. And do this, Ya Allah, despite the kafirin. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen.
Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to discuss the page on Eidul Fitr and Zakat al-Fitr. Eidul Fitr is the first day of Shawwal. If you know your Islamic months, after Ramadan comes the month of Shawwal. We cannot have the Eid in the month of Ramadan because it's still the month of Ramadan. So you fast till the last day of the month of Ramadan, and then the next day is the first day of Shawwal. That is the day of Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr is a day of thanksgiving to Allah for us letting us complete the month of Ramadan and fast for all the days of the month of Ramadan. It's a Thanksgiving day for us, just like it is a Thanksgiving day for the local Americans. But their holiday is just, either it's made up or it's a historical implications to it. Whereas our Thanksgiving Day is religious day for us also. So Eidul Fitr is the day of thanksgiving for all the Muslims to Allah for letting us complete the month of Ramadan and fast for the whole month of Ramadan. Let's look on number 2. On this day, you must miswak or brush your teeth, shower, dress in your best clothes, put on perfume, and eat something sweet before you go for Eid prayers. So the process to follow is this. You get up in the morning, go to the bathroom, relieve yourself. After that you miswak or use a toothbrush, then you shower, dress in your best clothes, put on perfume, and eat something sweet before you go for Eid prayers. The reason being that there's going to be a huge gathering of people over there, and you do not want to be smelling bad or have a bad breath. On top of that, this should be the normal practice of every day when you go out of your house. Because the second most important message to Muhammad ﷺ was to keep his body and his clothes clean. Let's look on page and read number 3. On your way for Eid prayers, you must read takbir. Don't listen to the radio. You have all the rest of the year to listen to the radio. And don't talk excessively. It doesn't mean that just don't talk at all, but you can talk a little bit, but most of the time you are supposed to be reading the takbir, remembering Allah. This is the day of thanking Allah, so you should remember Him most. So what you do, you read the takbir. Let me read that together with you. Look on the page. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. You should have that memorized before the Eid day so that you can read that on your way for the prayers. Now once you get there, and you don't just sit there and talk. You read the takbirs with the person who is leading the takbirs. If there's no one leading, just sitting there, still, you read the takbirs till the time for the prayers. Number 4. When the time for the prayers comes, normally we have an azan and then we have a takbir, a qamat, where somebody reads the qamat and everybody gets up for the prayers, and that's when the prayer begins. That is an exception on the Eid day. There is no azan, there is no qamat. The person who is supposed to deliver the sermon after the prayers gets up and says, okay, it's time for us to pray now, and everybody gets up. And most of the cases they explain the process or the procedure of the prayers because some people are bound to forget. So just to refresh the memory, he would explain that, and then the namaz would just begin. Now once the namaz has finished, which is a 2 rakat namaz, and it is also a farz kifaya, which means that if one person from the whole town or the locality goes and says the Eid prayer, everybody else, if they don't go, will not be questionable. And that does not mean that you should not go. Everybody should go. But say nobody from that locality goes for prayers, then everybody will be asked for it on the Day of Judgment and will be punished for that. So the best thing to do is that everybody should go and say the Eid prayer. Now, after the Eid prayer, there's a short speech, religious speech, called sermon or a khutbah. Listening to that speech is very important and it's part of the prayers. On Eid day you see that people behind there, you're sitting in the front rows and people in the back, women and men, they get up and start talking and moving around and celebrating their Eid. You just can't do that till the sermon is over. And there's a duty on the person who's giving the speech to make it short, because everybody's waiting to get out and start celebrate. So he should keep it short. It should be to the point. But then again, if he does get out of line and gets long, it is our duty to sit there, listen to him. It is his time. Lend him an ear, okay? Now let's go to the page and we'll look on Zakat al-Fitra, which is different from Zakat al-Mal. Zakat al-Mal is given upon the money that you have had saved for a year, or all the luxury items that you have. Has nothing to do with that. This is a must on everybody. Everyone who is fasted must pay for it. Number 5. Fitra is a charity of happiness. Fitra or Zakat al-Fitr is a charity of happiness for the successful completion of the fasting and the ending of Ramadan. So everyone has to pay it, regardless if they have the money or if they're not, if they're rich or if they're not. Even a poor person has to pay that. Now, look on number 6. Fitra must be paid for every living person. Every living person in a family or a household. Basically, it's a household, not a family, it's a household. On Eid morning, the head of the household gets up. If you don't know, he can count how many members of the family he has. And he needs to pay the fitra for each one of the persons in the family. I'm still reading number 6 on the second line. It says everyone can pay their own fitra, or the head of the household can pay for every person in the family. The people who are working in the family, they can pay for themselves if they want to. If they're not working, they can still pay for themselves if they want to. But if the head of the household wants to pay for everybody, he can pay for everybody. Now you ask me how much Zakat al-Fitra is? Look on number 7. For each person, fitra is normally equal to the price of one regular good meal, as may be eaten by an adult, healthy person. You may say, well, somebody can eat in $2, which is good. Think about yourself. The food that you eat, the kind of food that you eat, how much does that cost? You take somebody to a Afghan, Iranian, Pakistani, Indian, you name it, Ethiopian hotel if you want to. Try to pay for somebody who is hungry for the whole day and let him eat as much as he wants. You're going to end up with at least $7 or $8. At least, I'm saying, $7 or $8 worth of food that he's going to eat. So what you do is you take that figure, okay, and then you multiply that by the number of people in your household, and that's what you pay Zakat al-Fitr on, okay? For example, if he eats $7 worth, and you have 4 people in the household, 2 parents and 2 children, that's $28. That's how you figure it out. People have contradictions about it. Even the religious people, they would say, well, you can get a Happy Meal or you can get a value meal at McDonald's for $2.99. Good. Sure, you can get it for $2.99. Are you full with that? I'm not. I always have to buy an extra sandwich and apple pie and, all that. And that is if I'm not hungry. If somebody is hungry, even at McDonald's it would cost you about $7 to $8 to feed them so that they're happy. So, the amount of the fitra depends on the amount of the money that you need to spend for somebody to be eating full and good and healthy and meal. Okay? Now, the Fitr should be paid before the Eid Salat. But if you pay that during the month of Ramadan, like all the other good deeds, you're being rewarded 70 times for each deed. Why not pay it in the month of Ramadan so the poor people can get themselves ready to celebrate Eid? Or at least they'll have something good to eat during the month of Ramadan. But say if you did not give during the month of Ramadan, then paying the Fitra or the Zakat al-Fitr before the Salat al-Eid or the prayers of Eid is a must. You have to. Otherwise your fasting is not accepted. Your fasting stays between the sky and the earth here. It just lingers around in there. It is not allowed to reach up to the heavens. So once you pay the Fitra, then that goes up there and it is accepted. So it is a must on even a poor person who has nothing, but he fasted for the month of Ramadan. Look on the last one, number 9, and I'm sure you're going to like this one. On Eidul Fitr day, all good children get gifts or money. You have to be good, and I know that you're good. Don't go around asking for gifts and money. Gifts and money. No. Gift or money. Whichever one your parents wants to give to you, or your uncles, your aunts, whatever, you know. But I bet you if you've been good, you get all that coming to you. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ. Assalamu alaikum.
Give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen. Grant us, Ya Allah, the eyes to see your light and show us, Ya Allah, what is wrong and what is right as we walk along your path. Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Mustaqim. Give me, Ya Allah, give me iman and victory. Give me, Ya Allah, give me strength to set us free as we struggle on your path, Mujahideen.